What is up, my crafty friends? My name is Carrie and welcome back to my channel. I'm super stoked to share today's video with you because it's using one of my favorite items from the Dollar Tree. And it is these Dollar Tree fence panels. Y'all, the last Dollar Tree fence panel video that I did for y'all went nuts for. And if you missed that, I'll put it up in the card above so you can totally check that out. Now, what I've got for you today is a super versatile piece. It's actually got 3 or 4 uses that I'm going to share with you, and I'm sure you can come up with lots more on your own. So if you want to see what I've got up my sleeve, keep watching this video, and if you like what you see, be sure to give it a big thumbs up because that would mean the world to me. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on all those notifications so the next time I decide to go live or when I premiere a video, you're going to get a notification and you can jump on and we can chat and just have so much fun. So y'all, let's get started and see what I make with this. Okay, y'all, so let's take a look at what we're going to need for this video. So I've got one of the wire baskets from Dollar Tree, and normally you put a cocoa liner in this, but that is not what we're going to be using this for today. So I've gone ahead and taken the chains off because I'm not going to be using them right this minute, and they'll just be in the way. So I did go ahead and just set those to the side. So I'm also going to be using one of the fence panels from the Dollar Tree. And we're also going to use some cable ties. The first thing that we want to do is to take a box cutter. And we're going to just pull these little bottom pieces off. And if you just give a nice score with your box cutter, these just pop right off. Now I will be saving these because I really like the shape and I think I can use those for another project. So I'm just going to hold on to all of these. Now the next thing that we want to do is to score right down the middle of all 4 of our panels. And we're going to be left with this shape. Okay, so now take a look. See the 3 places where the chains hang? This is where we're going to start each one of our designs. So we want to put the little rounded part with the little pointed piece here so that it sits right there at the edge. We don't want to cover this up. We just want to make it touch the edge. And now we're going to sort of eyeball it to see where we need to cut. We want to cut about right here. And it's just above the line right there of where this piece meets. Now just be super careful when you're working with your box cutter because I don't want you to cut your fingers. But if you just score it and pop it, that does come off pretty easy. You don't have to worry about taking a ruler or anything because we will be getting rid of this right here. We just need to make sure that this is in the right spot. So now we'll just take our box cutter. And now we've got one piece that looks like this. Now we want to get rid of some of this other. We're just cutting away all of the scrolls. This little piece at the very corner is pretty hard, so you will have to use a little bit of force when you cut down on that piece. Now, I've seen some people heat up this with a blow dryer, and that's supposed to make it easier to cut. But honestly, it's really not that bad except for the corners. Now I've got one scroll. And then another. Take your scissors and just clean up those edges as best you can. Once we get it all painted, you're really not even going to notice those edges, but I do like to take my scissors and just sort of clean those up just a hair. And you can flip it over and do the same thing. This part cuts really easy. Okay, and this part we can trash. So we've got this part here, and then we've got two of our little scrolls. Now, we're only going to be using one of these scrolls today, and it's honestly up to you which side that you want to use, but I'm going to probably use this one. Okay, so now let's take some zip ties. Now my cats are climbing all over my workspace here, so if you hear a crashing, it is my cats being jerks. Okay, so let's take this piece here, and we're just gonna very loosely zip tie this on. And I'm not going to tighten this down until I get it everything else on. So I want my zip tie to fall. You see where these two pieces are on the little fleur-de-lis looking thing here? I want my zip tie to fall in between there so that it's kind of disguised. And again, I'm not going to tighten this down just yet. Like, you can move it up and down. So now I'm going to secure the bottom piece on. This one I am going to go ahead and tighten down because this one is not, I know that's not going to go anywhere. So I will go ahead and secure that down. So now I want to bend this. I'm going to put one more zip tie right up here at the top. Okay. And now we're going to secure these pieces to the sides, and they're going to fit perfect right on those edges. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Okay, here's my 6 little scroll pieces, and now I'm going to need some more of my zip ties, and we're going to attach these next. And I know it looks a little bit like a Frankenstein project, but I promise you, once we get it all painted, it's going to look super cool. So we've got these empty spaces in between each one of our little pieces here. And my thought is to fill in with these scrolly pieces. So I'm going to zip tie these pieces the same way that I did earlier. Just like that. And I'm going to have to flip it around so I can see it though. Whoops. And I'll make sure to finish off with my zip ties in the back. Okay, so now I'll finish the other two sides and we will be back to finish up this project. So I've decided to use this one instead of the disco ball because I like the way that the solar mechanism was inside on the top here versus being on the inside. So this is the one we're going to go with. But it doesn't quite fit. It's actually a little bit too small. So my thought here is to take two zip ties and loop them together. And then I'm going to attach those onto my piece here. And then my little solar piece can just set right down on the top there. So I'm going to add 4 zip ties. Hope that's still going to fit. And actually 2 zip ties is plenty. I don't think I need to add 4. So we're just going to go with 2. So I'm just going to cut these off. Now, I could have gone ahead and wired this on itself, but when the batteries run out, I want to be able to be sure to be able to change these, or if I need to change out the light itself, I wanted to make it super easy. So that's why I kind of made this to where it could be taken in and out. Okay. So now our little solar piece will just set in there just like that. So the very last thing that we're going to do before we paint it is to add our chain back on. So let's get it untangled here. I'm just going to put it right on the edge here. Okay, now we're ready to go paint this. Now the paint that I'm going to be using today is going to be an oil rubbed bronze paint that is made for plastic. So I'm going to run outside before it starts raining on me, and I will be back to show you what it looks like once it's painted. Okay guys, here's our finished solar lantern, and I love the way it looks. I did end up shortening the chain, as you can see here. And I picked up one of the garden stakes from the Dollar Tree, and it goes so well on that little stake. It's the perfect size for this spot in my yard, and I can't wait for it to get dark tonight so I can see what it looks like when it's all lit up. Now another use for this project is to ditch the solar light altogether and just use it as an upgraded look for that Dollar Tree hanging basket. I think this is also a super cool look. What do you think? Yet another use is to just stitch the chain all together and seal it with a shellac so that it becomes food safe. And now you've got yourself a groovy little fruit basket. That does it for today's video, y'all. I really hope you feel inspired to get one of these Dollar Tree fence panels for yourself and cut it up and just see what you can come up with. You might surprise yourself. I'm totally in love with this piece that I made. It's really versatile, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to look for more of those Dollar Tree wire baskets the next time that I go, because I want one for every room of the house. It's so fun and versatile. So thanks for watching, y'all. Until next time, happy DIYing, y'all.